Was it the Howling Peaks, did you say?
The Howling Peaks is around where Porkeye's mum was.
Okay.
Did your mum have Howling Peaks?
She will do after being with the giant.
Porkeye's dad was heading towards Rote, which is by the Bearswood. So we now know that the Black Pit objective, you basically missed it. He has the talisman, so we're going to move that objective. We'll just put that on Rote, and that will turn into your objective for the giant's talisman.
Right, pals. I'm thinking tactically. I'm thinking.
You must remember as well, you have got the Arcanex up here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking tactically.
With the top hat, isn't it? Is that the top hat? Yeah.
I'm thinking like the main guy from the A-Team, who in the unfilmed finale that they scripted actually died in Vietnam, was a ghost all along throughout the whole of the A-Team. Have that fact, fans.
What?
Yeah, so there was an unmade.
What? Stop the podcast.
Not literally.
What?
There was an unmade finale for the A-Team.
Yes.
And it was the one they were going for, but then they just did like a generic ending where they revealed that the crime they committed was robbing the Hanoi Bank.
Okay.
They didn't do that, but that's what they were supposed to do. And in the end, they were walking away after that general who was like on their side for the last series.
Right, yes.
Who wasn't. It was him that did the framing. So in the last episode, he gets arrested. They walk off towards the sun to go start their normal lives. And then Hannibal? I want to say Hannibal.
Yes.
He stops walking.
George Peppard, the kind of the leader. Yeah.
They're all walking towards the sun, like the end of the Hulk. And he stops and lights his cigar. And they all turn around and he just says, I love it when a plan comes together. Right?
Yeah. That was his catchphrase, yeah.
He ascends to heaven. And he was a ghost all the time.
He'd been dead all the time.
Yep, he was a ghost.
Should have gone for that. I like the idea of it.
That's a great ending.
Yeah, but then you'd have people going through every episode going, yeah, but here he lifted a gun up. And
yeah, but here it doesn't make sense. Here it doesn't make sense.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't have made sense. But...
You've been listening to the A-Team podcast.
Exactly, right?
We do an A-Team podcast where we just go through every episode of the A-Team one by one and just have a chat about it.
And see if there's a ghost in it.
People love that shit. Don't know why.
What we do is we do it with the hindsight that Hannibal's dead and just put
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Oh, we call it Hannibal's dead. Or Hannibal abuse.
Yeah, will you look to see
that's quite dark.
No.
Hannah job. No. That's a good point. Right. Someone file that away.
The Haunting of Hannibal?
That's awful.
Stephen, if you start this podcast.
Sounds like a Netflix horror film. Sounds awful.
Exactly.
Sounds like I love who did all the midnight films on Netflix.
Right.
Mike?
Jagger?
Mick Muck. Mick?
Mickey Macky Mock.
No, he did the Haunting of Ghosty Hill and like the one with the vampires in it.
Yeah.
Rahul Cooley's in a few of them.
I know what you mean. I forgot. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, him. Sounds like one of his films. There you go.
He's got a very generic name, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Right.
Brian Bryanstein. Anyway, as I was saying before, I distracted myself
Mike
thinking
Flanagan.
about that's it. Anyway, team, I was thinking about a fictional universe where there was an A-Team or something. I drifted off for a second. Anyway, I think we should head off to the Giants first because I've got an in with them.
No.
You would, because they've got a talisman, and wouldn't it be good to have some Giants on our side before we go and get the next?
Yes,
but there's no point having anything on his side. Dave will take it away. I had a robot army. Dave took it away.
Listen, the Arcanax, the top hat is so close, and
You'll find a way to take it away
if we didn't go there.
But we'll have giant friends.
Yes, but then we'll have to walk all the way down to there, to the Howling Peaks, and then talk, and then all the way back up again.
But Doc, we'll be on the shoulders of giants. We won't be doing any walking. We'll be there in like half hour. They got long legs.
I've heard that giants are very set in their ways. They do not leave their habitat.
Well, they said that about dragons, and I made friends with dragon, didn't I?
I say we take a vote.
I vote giants.
Ramona, Arcanax.
Arcanax.
I'll take giants. It sounds exciting.
And Ray votes for Giants.
It gives
Pebbles
Dave a chance to
votes
take
for
it away.
Arcanex.
Both Worms vote for Giants.
Right. The worms aren't with us.
And the dragon.
Does Pebbles have the intelligence to vote?
Yes. She had the intelligence to go and talk and say goodbye to people. She listens to my commands. She knows.
Dave, you'd roll in on
Listen.
that. Does 2 HP cat get a vote?
She hasn't really got the intelligence.
Thing is, we could kill that cat right now if we want. It's got 2 HP. You're lucky that we've let it live this long. If it gets on our radar, I might have to kick its face off.
That old lady you murdered almost landed on Pebbles. That almost happened. Pebbles is lucky to be
Don't
alive.
be mean to Pebbles. It's my birthday.
You almost killed it, not us.
I think the only reason Pebbles lasted this long is because Dave's nice and knows it'll upset you if he gets killed off.
There isn't going to be any Pebbles merch.
There is no Pebbles murder, especially not my birthday. And it is my birthday, so we should do what I want to do, right?
I would say that Pebbles is the Scrappy Doo of Dungeons and Dickheads.
Yeah, and that's cute. Scrappy?
Oh. Anyway, Dave has already ruled that Pebbles doesn't get a vote.
Shit. I didn't hear that.
Right, so we're off to the Giants to make friends with Giants so we can have them on our side for fighting and punching and kicking.
That sounds exciting. I remind
we'll
again,
have
Dave will
their
take it away
talisman.
from you, but it sounds exciting.
That's right. But imagine we can get across this map in like 35 minutes on the back of a giant.
Are we going to the Bay of Swords?
We're going to the
Eventually.
Howling Bloody Peaks, aren't we?
I think Bay of Swords should be a nice callback for when we finish this whole thing and we could just go away for a weekend at the
It's
beach.
probably all
At the Bay of
Yeah,
Swords.
just go on holiday at the end.
Yeah, we could do it going to the coast railing. Probably not the
People on
demon
the-
waves that are up in the northwest there. But yeah, we could probably do it going to the coast, having a nice holiday.
That's
We
a nice
deserve
callback.
it.
Make a note of that, Dave. Once we've saved the world again, we're going on holiday.
Okay. Do we have to take roads? Can we not just go south? Because it's directly.
Giants.
What, so you just want to go directly south?
Through all of that shit instead
All
of
that
taking the
desert.
roads.
That we could just sit on a giant's head and get there in 5 minutes.
But you don't have a giant yet. You've still got to get there.
Yes.
We'll have a giant. I reckon that horrible place is full of massive scorpions or something.
Right.
Giants would eat a lot of rolly sausages. Let's get to where the
Exactly.
giants are, and I can set up a grogs there. They'll be snaffling those sausages.
Oh, they'll be all over them.
Okay, so that is going to take you 11 days to walk it.
And
Big
days.
deal. We've done it. Fast
How
travel.
long would it take us if we had a horse and cart?
5.
Now, that is a
What
smart
if we could
investment.
fly?
Well, you can't.
Oh. What if we could turn ourselves into Han Solo?
Would you like me to send a message to the dragon? What's her name? Maybe she'll give us a lift.
She's got babies to look after. She's not an Uber.
Merelda?
That's her
Does she
name.
have babies to look after?
Yes.
Well, she had eggs last time you saw her.
Hmm.
She only had 2 left because Porkeye let the others get killed.
I didn't let them get
Porkeye.
killed. I think the fucking ninjas that kept scrambling her eggs got them killed. I was doing my best.
Dave, considering that this is Vic's birthday,
Oh.
and she obviously has no plans, nobody who thought the need to say, let's do something nice tonight. It's your birthday.
Wow.
I think you should do something that would be really nice for Vic.
Wow.
And I think we need something big needs to happen. We need some free shit, is what I'm saying. Remember.
Well, I'm going to send a message to Esmeralda. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now.
Fine.
I think, Dave, you should really have something pretty special planned.
If we do go down this route, she's going to get a very big present because if you truly are flying straight to the Giants, we're ending now.
Really?
None of that is done.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, I won't send a message to Esmeralda then, shall I?
And
I told you, if we had gone to the Bay of Swords, this would have been finished.
We could have gone to the Arcanax. Is the Arcanax? I bet the Arcanax is
We
done,
could be
isn't
playing
it?
on the 2p machines on the beach. Right,
Right.
let's start walking.
there are other things that are done, but the stuff that's 200 miles south, unfortunately, is not yet done. Because, like, foolishly, I decided I was going to write all this myself rather than using a pre-made adventure. Pre-made adventure, I could just go, flip the page 300. Here we go.
If you could have said this 20 minutes ago when we started discussing it.
But if you were walking, I'd have made some shit up. If you were to fly
Let's start walking.
Dave, you have robbed our podcast listeners of a full episode now. Think about our Patreons who are paying money, and they're going to get this early. You have robbed them.
Well, no, because we've just said we're going to do it as normal and just... Like...
Everybody cancel your Patreon.
Please don't.
Right. Can we look at the map and decide where we're going to go? So I think we shouldn't go to the west. We should go directly south on that little road coming out the bottom of Danhaven. What do you think?
Fine.
Yes.
I will give up my giant dreams.
No, we are going south. We're going south.
Okay, we'll do that then.
We're going south. I'm just taking.
I wanted to go to the Giants.
That's where we're going.
We're off to the Giants. Let's go and hope nothing surprising happens on the way.
Dave, I mean, come on. I'm not a DM, but it's really easy. All you do is say, okay, on your way to the Giants, you discover 3 orcs. You've got to kill them.
Do you want
That's
to,
all you do. It's
give
easy.
them all names? Do you want to give them the territory?
You just go, Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Well, okay, then.
3 orcs.
So that's what we'll do for the rest of tonight. So, Neil, you're DMing.
Yeah. Oh my God! Please, that is the best birthday gift. Oh my God!
This is good. Okay.
Come on then.
Everything is back to where it was, and we could probably use that content for a nice bonus episode. None of that.
That is the episode. Don't be cutting that out. I'm putting that as a bonus episode. That was the episode.
Right.
We'll do a special Patreon of Neil DMing.
This. I didn't even get a chance to DM properly.
Well, is that what you call it? Talk. You get a little ring in your head.
I do.
Talk, it's me, it's Ira. Are you coming by before you leave? Please do, my dear, I need to see you.
Hey, well, we had to go and sort the rats out. And then we have to go south to the Giants. Pebble said goodbye.
Okay, my dear, I understand. Please know, I will not hold any of this against you. I wish you well.
I'm so sorry for everything that happened. What a horrible accident. But it worked out okay in the end, I think. Why do I always mess things up?
You hear nothing from her.
Leave me hanging, Mother Ira. How rude.
She wanted to speak to you. You said no.
Well, we'd already walked away.
I mean, you can always go back.
It's 12 hours. 12 hours to that.
That's very true, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to head south, is that right? Towards Avandra. You head that way. It's a little less built up. Yes, so it's a little less built up than you're used to. Sort of dusty tracks, sort of thorns. Some places you can't even see the track anymore. And as it starts to get dark, you're still quite a way away from the nearest town that you can see. Can I get a perception check from all of you, please?
Sure. Okay.
8.
Okay. 15.
7.
Okay. Talk, as it starts to get a bit darker, you notice just to the left-hand side of there's a bit of sort of brush and dead trees and that kind of stuff. You do notice the flickering of a fire and a small bit of smoke coming up.
Oh no, but we're meant to camp as well. I nudge Porkeye in the ribs. They're over there. We don't want to camp near them. Unless they're friends.
Are they friends?
Go sneak up and have a look.
Okay. Sneaky. Hang on, you can turn invisible.
I can't. Ronson can.
Oh.
Oh, you want Ronson's help now? Oh, I see.
I would like to sneak up and have a look to see if we can see who's around the fire, please.
All right, I'll go invisible then.
Oh, okay. Well, Ronson will do that.
I'll have a little sneak. Would you like me to make some sneaky noises? Didn't. Dun, 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 dun.
So, as Ronson sneaks up, he sees around the fire there are two elven women. One is blonde, one has dark hair, both tall, as elves tend to be. But sat around the fire with them are two otters. One of the otters turns around and looks at you. Well, looks in your direction. You literally just grunting.
Nothing to see here. Look, nothing here.
It just sort of squeaks, and its friend kind of looks too, and then one of the darker haired elf says, "What is it? What's going on? I told you it wasn't safe to camp here." And then the blonde one goes, "Oh, don't be silly. It's probably just a squirrel or something. I'll be fine. I'll be fine here. I'm sure there's no sex pests in the woods or anything."
No, definitely not. No sex pest. No.
Kind of, she steps in front of the otters. Whoever's there, make yourself known. We're not alone, you know. We're armed.
Nobody here. Carry on about your business.
I've made my way behind a tree, and I kind of stick my head out comically to the side. Hello?
Who are you?
Someone looking for somewhere to camp. My name's Talk.
You need to be careful. There seems to be a sex person in the woods.
You mean Ronson?
I'm going to barge through the bushes at that point and go, that creeper, are those otters?
That was pointless, wasn't it? Me being
They could have been monsters. They could have been monsters. You don't know.
That was pointless.
She's right. They could have been monsters.
Could have been monsters.
Ray, come and say hello to some otters.
Is that? No, that can't. That's not a replica, is it? Where did you get it? Where did you get the hat?
That's Ray's from the House of Fashion of Ray. Where is Ray? There he is.
Well, his cowboy hat. We've all got them on.
Oh, yeah, he's still got a cowboy hat, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Ray takes off his cowboy hat, and underneath his cowboy hat is his froggy hat.
Yeah, put his froggy hat on.
I recognise you three now, especially with the otter. I never forget a face unless it's an otter. As long as it's an otter, I always forget faces if they're not otters. So it was the last big OtterCon, wasn't it? You were there?
Oh yeah, we were there at OtterCon. Ronson, you were at OtterCon, weren't you? How did that go for you?
I'm not here. I'm not here.
He's not here.
Nobody called Ronson here. No.
There's nobody called Ronson here, apart from the invisible pervert in the bush. Ray, what are you going to play with your otter pals?
So whilst they're frolicking, the blonde one says, "Oh, so are you on the pilgrimage as well? Is that why you're here?"
No, we're off to the Giants to get a MacGuffin. What are you up to? Some sort of pilgrimage?
Oh yes, every good otter fan, this is the dark-haired one, knows of the Silverford Woods. Just by Lake Galifar, not ringing any bells? Well, this
Sounds
was not such an expert after all, are you?
I'm not an expert, no. I'm a father. I don't get into all this nonsense. I just make sure my little Ray is always safe and protected and has an infinite supply of hats.
Oh, when as any good father, you should know the Silverford Woods are sacred to the otters.
Right. Why haven't your otters got hats?
They don't need hats. They're just
Checkmate,
natural.
dickhead. Otters need hats.
Why? They've got fur to protect them from the weather.
Well, why wouldn't they need a hat? Let's say you were solving a murder and you were pretending to be a policeman that day, right? Your otter can't produce a policeman's hat, can it?
No, but we don't make our.
And if
they're
your
our
tents
friends.
suddenly caught fire and you were putting out the fire on your tents, your otter couldn't put a little fire helmet on, could it?
Well, no.
No, exactly. And earlier we were trying to force the plot to be a Wild West plot. It went a bit sideways. It turned into a Dallas plot instead, but we'll ignore that. And my little Ray had a little cowboy hat. Do your otters have cowboy hats?
No.
We were in a cave-in a few weeks back, and little Ray took off his froggy hat, and you'll never guess what was underneath his froggy hat. I bet you can't. I'll tell you anyway. It was a hard hat. Helmet thing. Probably saved his little life. So, who's the negligent parent here? Me, who ensures that his otter son always has a hat for every situation and is thriving because of it. And he may or may not be Otter Jesus. That's not a plot we've touched for about 8 months. Not sure of the status of that. Or your otters. Atlas, not the messiah of otters.
Well, if you're so proud of Ray here, why haven't you done like you said and got him trained with Mr. Dambuster, like you said? I mean, you go on and ask about not having them hats, but you've just left him to follow you around and getting all sorts of danger from the sounds of it.
We've been busy saving the fucking world repeatedly, whilst you've been dicking around in the woods with no hat on.
And
he will be trained, but there is no better trainer than his father. And if he needs to learn otter magic, then we'll go to the otter magician. If he needs to learn otter hand-to-hand combat, we'll go to the otter hand-to-hand combat teaching person. And if he needs to drive, we will take him to the otter driving people.
Person, yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
answer me that, atheist.
The blonde dwarf steps in and says, she looks to the other ones. Draven, just don't be like this. They're nice.
Yeah, don't be like this, dickhead.
Well, it does sound like you have lots of adventures with Ray. I mean, we were very excited when we saw him before. He does look to be having fun. I mean, what's a little bit of destiny? You know, you got to live, haven't you?
Exactly. And I tell you what, I've still got Speak with Animals active probably for the sake of this. So I'm going to speak to your otters now. Hello, otters. What are your name?
I'm Ginger. And this was my friend. He is Azor.
Oh, Ginger and Azor. Their names are Ginger and Azor, by the way, because I can speak to otters. Can you speak to your kids? I don't fucking think you can. Ginger and Azor. Lovely names. Do you wish you had some hats?
Oh, what hat?
Any hat you like. Infinite supply. Whatever you fancy for every occasion.
10-gallon hat.
Exactly. Oh, they would like a 10-gallon hat, like a cowboy hat that Ray already has. Probably got 7 of them. Ray, how many cowboy?
Isn't a 10-gallon hat bigger? Isn't it 10 gallons?
Oh, I normally just drink out of glasses.
I take off my hat and I offer it towards the otters, hearing Porkeye mentioning this.
Toc, you're quite all right. Ray, how many spare 10-gallon hats do you have underneath your magical froggy hat? I'd imagine because it's magic, you can just pull them out at will.
Got 10-gallon hats.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to offer a 10-gallon hat to your new otter friends, Ginger and Azul?
I mean, you're Ray, so you can do this.
Yes, I would, Father, and you're quite right. I do have an infinite supply of magic hats thanks to my magic froggy hat. I'll go offer them to them now. There you go, Ginger. There you go, Azul. Right then, see your otters. Just had a lovely chat with them about hats and how they wanted hats. And they've got hats. You can't do that because I speak to otters and you don't. You are the negligent parents. I have just gifted your otters some lovely hats through my son and best friend, Ray the Otter. Not Ray Liotta, Ray the Otter. We covered this in episode 1. We've got a Patreon, you know.
That's lovely, says the blonde elf. I mean, we're probably going to have to get some rest soon. So, you know, are you going anywhere? Plans?
Well, you want to join you? We can join you, of course. Absolutely, we'd love to. Ray, wouldn't that be nice?
Yes.
I mean, Ray probably doesn't understand.
That was my
me.
impression of my Uncle Porky. He said yes.
I just walked straight up to the fire and I sat myself down next to it.
And you hear the two of them sort of like talking in hushed voices. You can tell, obviously, the dark-haired one, Draven, you heard it be called, is obviously a bit more uptight, whereas the other one's just like easygoing. It's not got a problem. Well, yeah, I mean, if you want to join us, we did set up the spare tent. We were going to put supplies in it, but you want to, I mean, you might have to all share, but that's up to you.
Sounds good to me. And a little note to your uptight pal. We're on our way. We're finally back on mission. We're finally going to get the MacGuffin of power, whatever the hell is going on. We're on that mission. So if I wake up and Ray is magically fucking missing and we get sidetracked to go on an adventure to go save Ray, on your fucking head be it, son.
I don't know who you think you're talking to, sir, but all we are doing is taking our otters to the Silverthorn Woods for their pilgrimage. Why would we want to steal your otter?
Because you seem to have some wacky ideas about. And I've seen cults. They kidnap. They otter nap. So if my little Ray isn't here when I wake up, oh, you are in for a fucking world of dirt, pal. A fucking world of it. Now, with that said, let's cook some dinner and have a lovely sit.
As you're doing this, you're not actually had a chance to have a proper look at the otters, but you do notice that Ginger has a bandage on one of her paws. She's
I've just noticed that one of your otters, Ginger, I believe her name is, has a bandage on her paw. What's up with that? What happened to the little tinker?
So Draven just kind of just scowls, and a friend kind of intervenes and says, "Oh, come on. Look, you didn't mean for it to happen. Who could have known there were piranhas in that stream?" Draven just sort of frowns again, unhappy she said that. We're taking her to the woods, Silverthorn Woods, because as part of the pilgrimage, apparently it can heal otters. Magical healing woods.
Oh, are you two out of spell slots?
Well, we aren't. We don't have magic.
You don't. Oh, I see. Oh, right. Okay. Bear with me 1 minute. Ginger, would you come over? Would you come over to Uncle Porky, please? Would you just come over here? And I'll cast Cure Wounds on little Ginger's paw.
As the magic glows around her paw, sort of takes the bandage off and is just amazed at it's just like new.
Oh, go run and play, Ginger. Go run and play. Now, I don't have to take my otter to the fucking woods to cure them because I let my fucking otter get bit by a fucking piranha. Next time, get yourself a spell slot, son. Anyway, what's for dinner?
Well, we're having vegetables. We've got some tomatoes. And
that's a fruit.
Well, we bought it from the vegetable shop, so take that up with them.
Okay, I will. Can we add that as a side quest, please? I need to go and kick the shit out of a greengrocer.
Oh God, we've got off the rails today. Yeah, if you've got anything you want to add to the pot, as it were, considering you've come along and helped yourself.
Do we have anything to add to the pot, team? Anybody holding any food in their inventory or anything? got some.
Have some rations?
I'm not here.
We got some rations. We'll chip in some rations. We got a full water skin.
I'm still invisible, Porkeye. I'm not here.
Well, you're not going to get any dinner then, mate.
I'll snaffle your leftovers.
You'll do no such thing. You've seen me. You've seen Uncle Porky eat. There ain't going to be no leftovers. And there certainly ain't going to be no snaffling.
I'll add my rations to whatever they're cooking.
I'll chuck some rations in and all.
Cool. So as the sun starts to go down, you sit around the fire with your new friends driving and someone whose name you haven't asked yet. Rude.
Well, they're very rude. I don't want to know their name.
Well, one of them was nice.
Well, the other one's rude.
And the sun goes down as you're sat there with your new friends and their otter friends. As everyone, including the DM, wonders what is going to happen next.
What is going to happen next, Dave?
Don't know.
Please come back next week for more exciting adventures from these three buffoons, not including myself in that, of course. And thank you to Stephen Ranking for whatever you do. I think editing, he edits or something like that. Same time next week, folks.
This podcast is part of Podomedy, the UK's podcast comedy network. Why not laugh at what else we've got? Visit podomedy.com.